silver and black. Talk about the game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So.
It's your boy Turf back in the building on a Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. And we are winding down as far as the off season is concerned. Training camp has started. Everybody knows. Yesterday was the first day of pads. You know what I'm saying? So, very exciting times, right? Football is back, ladies and gentlemen. Football is back. Training camp signifies it 100%, man. And with that, you got training camp gossip, right? I got the league-wide rundown for you here in a second. Shout out to my guy Rundown, the Raider Rundown, the hardest working man in Raider Nation in terms of these content creation YouTube streets. Just so happened to have his name in my setup today. So you know what I'm saying? I'm always going to shout out my guy as well as everybody else in the Raider Syndicate. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, Protect the Shield Podcast, Cheeto Linus, the Severe Raider. That's right. That's the crew. That's the clique. And that's how we get down with it. So let's dive on in, man. All 32 teams have officially reported to training camp. Every camp is buzzing with competition, roster drama, injury updates, and holdouts, right? Are all the holdouts done? I'm not sure. I don't think all the holdouts are completed yet. We're going to have to keep our eye on that, right? We're going to definitely have to keep our eye on that. I do expect some things to boil over. So we'll have to see how it goes, man. A handful of high-impact storyline battlegrounds are heating up. Quarterback rooms, right? Cleveland, Indianapolis, New Orleans. I mean, those guys, they got something to handle. And that's going to be very, very interesting in terms of what's going to happen, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the most important position in football. So I'm interested regardless. I'm a football fan first. Turf is always a football fan first before any team or play or anything along those lines. So I'll be keying in on that. Did Micah Parsons, did he get his extension? How about Henderson from the Bengals? I know they were holding out over contract disputes. Let me know, because Turf, again, I have a hard enough time, taking care of our team, right? Let alone others. But I'm still intrigued, curious, and interested, right? So let your boy know, man. Travis Kelce is back in camp, noticeably leaner and sporting a buzz cut. His separation from Taylor Swift is fueling speculation that this could be his final season, and that focus is squarely on football. I didn't know they broke up. I don't pay attention to this stuff, right? Y'all know Turf kind of keeps it specifically to football, but I have no problem. You know what I'm saying? Having conversation on the off the field talk too, especially if it's helping us out. Good job, Taylor Swift. Shout out to Taylor Swift if this is true. Get this man all out of whack. I don't know if it'll matter, but I'm all for it, man. Rookie stories to watch, right? We all know Shedeur Sanders and Cleveland is facing a steep uphill battle as far as being the QB on the depth chart. So that's going to be interesting, man. I really think they did that kid wrong. It'll all come out in the wash, though, and I think he comes out better for it. It's that whole thing, man, of perseverance and, obstacles and so forth. He'll get through it. He's that type of kid, so I'm not worried about it. I was checking out Travis Hunter. Yeah. Looked like he was doing really, really well in terms of, both sides of the ball. It looked pretty even, I think, in terms of snaps as far as camp is concerned and all that good stuff on both sides of the ball. So absolutely looking at that big time. The Vikings and JJ McCarthy. It's not a rookie, but I definitely want to know what's going on with that, right? And last but not least, Titans is moving on from Treylon Burks. Yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. I didn't hear that one. Like I say, sometimes I pull things up, see if the chat is paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I might as well hit it now, right? Because we all know chat lives matter here. Y'all know that. Chat lives matter. So let's go right on into it, man. First and foremost, my main man is in the building. Steve Jones. The kiss of death for one DT. The kiss of life for another. Who will step up? It's a great question, Steve. Great question, man. Great question. We're going to have to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? As you know, this is my final grade report, right? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to figure that out, man. Downs, JD71 in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Shamir Stewart did report. Shamir Stewart did report. Tell me more, Downs. Tell me more. Please. Jason Downs is in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. He says hi. And then one more from Downs, JD71. What are some of the position competitions in camp that have you intrigued? Wow. Great loaded question. I can't pass it up. I got to go with it, man. It's going to be that offensive line, man. The biggest piece that I think we all are worried about right now is those guard spots. Parham, right? Whitehair. That's where, nobody really knows just yet, right? That's the number one spot on my radar in terms of competition and who's going to win that over. Is Parham going to even be on the team? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's going to make it. He's fighting for a roster spot, let alone a position. So that's an intriguing situation for me, right? You also have the linebacking core. We went from the worst linebacking core group, in my opinion, to like something that's exciting. I mean, very exciting. And as you know, this is squad grades today. I'm giving out them squad grades today. So we're going to fly through those. You know what I mean? I'm going to give what I got and, figure out how y'all feel about it from there. We still got to keep going. Toto Mio is in the building. This is all from TikTok. Toto Mio. Mr. Ant Dog is in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Toto Mio, Raiders, baby. Yes. What's your AFC West prediction? That is by RS Bolts. Shout out to RS Bolts. I'm going to come back to you on that one. Last but not least, we got Brad Eaton 985 in the building and user 66358. Blah, 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 blah. I appreciate each and every one of you joining the show. If you don't mind, I know we probably got, a lot of our great ex-people on, right? All those good things. If you don't mind, mosey on over to YouTube. Please hit that YouTube channel and Hit those thumbs up, as y'all know everybody likes to say. And like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. So, back to this one last question before we get back into it. What's my AFC West prediction? Look, man, until somebody defeats the man, you can't be the man. The Chiefs, man, they at the top. It is what it is. Love it or hate it. The underdog's on top, and I'm going to shine. All right, got carried away. Yeah, there you have it. The Chiefs. Who do I think comes in second? You know, if I have to be honest, right? If I have to be honest this year, who I think's going to come in second? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. The Donkeys, man. I think the Denver Donkeys will be the second best team in the AFC West this year. Which obviously lets you know we got 2 left. And yeah, this is where y'all want to say Turf needs to have his Raiders card pulled. You know, all this wild stuff. I'm not a real Raider fan, but the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, we are for it. The Chargers are third. Chargers are third in this thing. And I have us last. And I mean, I think the draft went that way. There's a lot going on that, you know, if you want to talk about. Yeah, man, it's a lot going on with that one. But that's how I have it for the AFC West. I'm sure I'm alone. I'm by myself in terms of other Raider fans and so forth. But, hey, to each his own, man. I have no problem with, you know, how people feel and what their, you know what I mean, expectations are and who they have winning the division. I'm trying to be as honest and objective as I can. Yes, I'm a Raider fan, but I'm being objective. I'm looking at our team just like everyone else in that division as if I was not a fan. And that's what I see. It's just honest truth, ladies and gentlemen. It's not hate, any of that nonsense. We all know, including the team, that we have to get way better across the board. So there's no coinkadink there, ladies and gentlemen. No surprises. Where were we? Yeah, that was the question, and that was Chat Lives Matter, as always. We're going to keep rocking, man. We're going to keep rocking. Jason Downs. I have Broncos 1. Chiefs and Chargers tied. And Raiders 8 and 9 and 4. Wow. Shout out to Jason. Hey, you got more wins for us than I do. If we go 8-9, that's an amazing season. I would be very happy with that. I would be very. Turf is no longer in the clouds in this whole, you know, always optimistic and we're gonna go 10-6, 11 and. I'm just done with those days. Y'all know me well, man. I went to every single home game from 2021 to 2024, man. I've seen it all, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, you got all these people jumping on the band. Well, it feels different this time, right? I've been a Raider fan for a very, very, very long time. Every year, it feels different. Every year, it feels like we got one. This is the time. And, you know, I'm done with living in the clouds, man. I'm done. Like Jason said, man. Shout out to Jason. I'm a diehard. Love Raiders till I die. Me too, boss. Me too. But I am also a real football guy. That's what's up. With that, I think you're absolutely going to love this channel then, because my background, I mean, I got plenty of videos, plenty of receipts, all that good stuff, man. I did not play in professional football anywhere. Semi-pro, none of that nonsense. But I did play college football. I paid for my education. Shout out to my Montana State University Bobcats. So I like to think I know a little bit. You know, now we got Touchdown Tommy on the squad, even though I'm getting nervous because, oh, man, he's starting to get buried. Man, y'all got me going sideways. But, man, welcome Welcome, Jason. Glad you are here, man. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the show again. So, let's hit it, man. Raider Nation, welcome back to the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 show. Your go-to for the realest training camp rumors, surprises, and insider intel. Whatever I have, I can give you. You know what I'm saying? Tonight we kick things off. We did kick things off with lead wide, information, but now we're zooming right into Henderson, where Pete Carroll's Raiders have delivered fireworks already in his first camp as the head coach. I was excited to hear that he wanted to make sure that this would be the hardest camp for everyone. I believe in your starters playing preseason. Yeah, I know. Blue turf, I get it. The money, all that. But it's the best way to start out well, unless you already have a well-oiled machine, which is not the Las Vegas Raiders. So there you have that, man. But some of these things might really surprise you. It's a lot of wild buzz going on, man. And I have to admit, some of these storylines have me shaking up, right? Because it's making me nervous. I don't know what's going on. I mean, some of these things being said doesn't make sense to me. And we always arguing in terms of the Raider Syndicate. You got a couple of people, for once, me and Cheeto, me and Leo, ladies and gentlemen, agree on something. Ha ha! That's wild. That's wild. Shout out to my guy Leo, man. You love him like a blood brother, but man, me and that dude, I love it too. It's great. We're supposed to have a show, man. We are supposed to have a show. It's supposed to be on Saturdays, but we keep missing each other, right? I just got done with the Junior Olympics. Shout out to my son for a valiant effort. Might as well segue right on into it since I did it before I go into Raiders Camp Buzz. But for the people that have been watching it, and if you do pay attention, yes, my son is 13, his first year running track ever, and he qualified for the 200-meter hurdles for the Junior Olympics held in Humble, Texas. I want to say for the last time, and for whoever knows how long. So, unfortunately, we didn't get the results we wanted, which was really, truly just to get a personal record, personal best time. But unfortunately, man, his teammate, who just so happened to be in lane 3, if you know anything about the hurdles, as far as the 200 hurdles or not, the way that the start is, they're staggered, right, for the obvious curve, right? So, obviously, the first lane starts behind, second lane, second one behind, right, and so forth. So my son was in second lane, his teammate was in third lane, and unfortunately, his teammate kicked over the hurdle. Yeah. Knocked it into my son's lane, which kicked over his hurdle, which clearly made him fall as well. But believe it or not, the kid got up immediately, effectively, like he had a rock in his hand, like he was going for the end zone. And he finished less than a second from his personal record. So if you can imagine a just major nasty fall, spill, to have the instincts to get up, don't quit, he has no idea. He's overplaying his VR right now, so I know he can't hear. I don't even want him to hear this one. But, man, I almost shed a tear. I was so proud of that kid. Because, hey, look, and I'm going to leave it to my son. I don't want to say any other, things. But I'm proud of mine because, hey, he had that no quit. You know what I'm saying? And that is a crump through and through. I'm telling you right now. You might whoop me. Right? If we ever came into a disagreement and those hands flew, you might whoop me. But what I will tell you, I don't care how big or small, you will never want to fight me ever again. That is a guarantee. You better pack a couple of lunch boxes. And that's the attitude my son finished with, man. And I couldn't be more proud. So shout out to Trayson. You know, didn't get the results we wanted, but it's a learning process. It's his first year, and I mean, getting there in itself is ridiculously crazy. I don't know how many people their first year, especially in Texas, win districts, let alone make it to the Junior Olympics in any event. So that's what that is, man. Back at it. Raiders camp buzz. You got the latest updates and storylines, man. This is wild, ladies and gentlemen. I really want to hear what you guys have to say with this one. Seriously. I really want to hear what y'all have to say. Center competition! Jackson Powers Johnson versus Jordan Meredith. In a twist nobody expected. Jordan Meredith has taken most of the first team snaps at center in 3 of the first 6 practices, challenging off-season favorite Jackson Powers Johnson. Expected decision soon? Potential reshuffle? Could move Powers Johnson to guard. So, this is what I'm going to say about that. I don't like this at all. I don't like none of this because the reality is Jackson Powers Johnson fits center. Period. That's his position, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you heard him. I forget the award and, you know, the name of the award in college for the best center. He'd won it, right? Had to do his thing with AP to get in there and solidify that. But my problem is if he's not that center and goes back to guard, just go back to Turf's grades for the offensive line. And if you realize he played the first half of the season as a guard, and it was not pretty. It was not pretty. And in fact, I want to say he had an F for a grade as a guard. Definitely wasn't above a C. Depends on who, I guess, right? Maybe a D. But that's what we're looking at right there. So this scares me. I don't understand. I'm assuming and hoping that it's Pete Carroll just trying to put the message out there across the board to everybody. You're going to compete. You're going to compete and you're going to earn this job across the board. There is no, you know what I'm saying, bringing from last year, what have you done for me? No, it's what have you done for me today and tomorrow. Not last year, lately, yesterday, none of that. It's today and tomorrow. So I'm nervous. I'm nervous about that one, right? Very nervous. So, you know, I thought it was just one of those scenarios, and this show might go a little bit longer than normal because I got a lot to talk about. But you know, speaking with the guys, man, we really honestly, you know, as far as Leo and I looked at this as you would any other team that just has common sense. You need key players to be able to go with the 1s and 2s and vice versa for the obvious. Injury. What if JPJ gets hurt and he's no longer the number 1 center? Gino needs those snaps. He needs those snaps with Meredith if that's who's going to be the number 2 center, right? We need to know who is going to be that backup. And they need those snaps. No different than AOC working with the 1s because he needs to build the chemistry with the wide receivers and the center. If he's the number 2 working with the 2s all the time and Gino goes down, right? That's the type of expectation you should have for all teams. But shout out to PTS, right? Protect the Shield. I'm going to give him his props, man. This man he's a detective. You know, Severe is usually the one that's the head detective, but it's been Chris lately, and he's like, we need all the reps we can get. This offensive line is not a group yet, right? It's not cohesive, etc. So that's a tough one. I would love to hear what y'all have to say on this one. Seriously, I would love to hear what y'all have to say on this one, man. I'm going to the comments right now real quick because I do want to hear what's going on with y'all, man. Trap God in the building. What up, too? Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show as always, fam. Thanks for supporting, man. Jason, thank you. I'm sure he appreciates it. You know what I'm saying? You are a fan, my guy, Steve Jones. Keep up the great work. Yes, sir. Hit Stick is in the building. Sir, triple salute. Jason Downs. It is a competition. Or is it Pete telling people not to rest and assume your position is safe? More of a theatrical play for all on team to see? There it is. Jason, I think it is too. I think it's a little bit of, game playing, Pete's a master at getting the best out of everybody. All of his players. He's a player's coach. I think this might have a little bit to do with that. I mean, I'm saying I'm concerned probably for the theatrics, maybe for the clicks and views, right? Turf isn't immune to wanting clicks and views like everybody else. If you don't mind, please head on over to the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok. TikTok's been rocking, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Kenny, Old Man Magnum, Joy Cost. Yeah, TikTok's been kicking. But yeah, please sign on up, like and subscribe. So let's get back into it. Hit Stick up, Pigs. Pigs is in the building. Salute, Pigs. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show as always. And he also states, Pete wants guys to feel like they earned their spot, as it will give guys momentum going into the season. Makes sense that you position battle if possible. I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah. I'm not mad at any of this, but it does make me a tad nervous, to be honest, because, right, yeah. Yep. Little bit nervous. Hit Stick. Low key, I think PC is moving personnel around to run with the starters because it's a way to keep everyone locked in, to keep putting in work. Yes, and he's already said he wants this to be the hardest camp any of those players have ever went through. So that makes sense, man. That makes sense, Hit Stick. And I like it. JPJ would be a good role player? I'm interested in what you mean by that, Jason. I think JPJ is the absolute bona fide number one center and starting. Role player, I don't see that. I thought what he did at center in the second half of the season was outstanding. Am I alone on that? We'll have to see. We'll discuss it, right? But that's where we are with that. All right, so defensive line shuffle. Tyree Wilson. The Raiders let Christian Wilkins walk, as you know. And now Tyree Wilson is transitioning from edge rusher to interior defensive tackle. He's embracing the challenge and aiming to unlock his full potential as a more versatile piece. I don't like none of that. I'm not a Tyree Wilson fan. Just gonna be honest. It's gonna burn me up to the rest for the rest of my life that we could have had Jalen Carter. I'm sorry. I'm just never gonna get over it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm never gonna. Turf is never going to get over this. This will be a talk till the day I am dead. I will never get over Tyree Wilson over Jalen Carter. It's unforgivable for me. If you thought I was mad when it came to us drafting Brock Bowers in Detroit, I'm telling you right now, I kept my composure. I was online, all that. I don't even think I kept my composure. It was a nightmare. That is still a nightmare. I can't even. I still have nightmares of that. I can't do it. I just cannot do it. So, I mean, but hey, we got to do what we got to do. You know, if you're dealt lemons, you make lemonade, right? That's how I have to look at it, ladies and gentlemen. If you dealt lemons, you got to make lemonade. That's just what it is. So, I guess that's what you can consider that in terms of Tyree Wilson. Not happy about that at all. Let's talk about these linebackers and the surprises. We got White, Adams, Pratt, and Roberts as far as this linebacker depth. Man, Devin White had a standout day in pads yesterday. Nearly intercepted Geno and teased the sack with reps mixing well with Jermaine Pratt and Elandon Roberts. Carroll says Jamal Adams is even seeking work at will linebacker. It's a crowded group with 6 guys pushing for the roster spot. Look, will linebacker, I mean, so does that mean we're going to have a Mike or Strong like Sam? Like, what are we going to mix the 4-3 and the 3? I don't know. It's interesting. I absolutely am ecstatic with what we got going on here in terms of the linebacker crew. Initially, I was not. We all know it was one of the weakest pieces. It's so funny how that changes back and forth. But yeah, linebacker room was very, very weak, in my opinion, previous to all the changes being made. And now it might be the strongest. It might be the strongest squad on the team as far as depth, talent. Right? Anybody disagree? I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I am shocked. I'm shocked at what's going on in terms of the linebacking group. Didn't expect it. So we're gonna have to look at that closely, right? Definitely gonna have to look at that closely. Running back spotlight, Ashton Jeanty. I know y'all want to hear about it. Ashton Jeanty, rookie, has been one of the most fun names to watch. Explosive cuts, game speed reads, and standout pads film. Early leaders are paying attention. Look, this kid's got a target on his back from a lot of Raider fans, and rightfully so. Look, it's no different, and this is what hurts. It hurts me to my heart. This one hurts me to my heart because we are all going to have to witness this, right? Come September 15th, when we play the Chargers, and we finally realize who the real running back is. And if you know anything about turf, yes, I was a running back. I'm rocking with Omarion Hampton in terms of the best running back of this draft. Call me a hater, call me a whatever you want to call it. I'm telling you right now, we are about to see that week 2. Right? I've been saying this for a while, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't know what to tell you other than this kid has a target on his back, and it's gonna be tough to produce at number 6 in terms of where you were picked. I mean, a lot of people believe he needs to have 2,000 yards total, right? 2,000 total yards, double-digit touchdowns minimum. Like, not many rookies do that, even the greats. So I don't know. It's a whole situation, man. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. Jason says he's been more than expected as far as Janty is concerned. I pray you are right because, as I've stated, the bottom line is this. I've heard Devin White. Everybody, I hope, went to the presser today, as far as online, anyways, and listen. Again, what kept sticking out to me with those conversations and comments from Devin White, this little dude, he kept calling him small. I just don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how that's going to work, man. We've already had these discussions, man. I mean, he's Emmitt Smith in size. Obviously, he's Emmitt Smith 2.0 for this world today in 2025, right? Meaning nutrition, technology as far as training, all that good stuff. It's still way different than back then. But we also know this kid cannot block, man. It's already been told, hit the A gap, try to pick up blitz, and it did not go well. It did not go well for him, man. I already told y'all about that blocking before we even drafted him, let alone when we drafted him. Well before we drafted him. Just go take a look at his blocking skills. Or should I say the lack of. Hopefully they get him up to par, man. That's really all I can say about that. Hopefully they get him up to par. But he's been standing out, man. Other position battles and breakout candidates, let's listen to it. Jack Bash, Dante Thornton Jr., and Ja Jr., undrafted free agent, all reportedly getting second pops in drills and might be surprise wild cards fighting for final spots. We know that Thornton and Besh are absolutely going to make the squad. There's no question. Joyner, all right, who knows about that? But absolutely those two. Things are starting to calm down, though. In terms of, what they're looking like, especially now that these pads are on. We all know it's very different without the booty shorts and tank tops. We all know it is very different without the booty shorts and tank tops. It's a real deal. It's a real deal out there right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, gotta pay attention. You'll see where I have our wide receiver group as far as squad grades are today. People won't be happy with me, I'm sure. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. Maybe they'll agree. Maybe they won't. You guys tell me. But I am definitely excited to have those conversations today. Look, special teams, man. AJ Cole, bro, signed a 4-year deal. Highest paid punter in the league. He's the best player we have. I know. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. I bet you Jason agrees with me. Yeah, sure. We got Mad Max. We got a lot of great. I'm telling you right now that our punter, AJ Cole, is the best player we have. He's the best player we have. I don't care. He's the punter. We wouldn't have won 4 games without him. But it is what it is, man. AJ Cole, keep on rocking, dog. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see it. Oh, I didn't know about this. And this is, I'm surprising myself on what I put together here today. And I need somebody to hold me accountable on this one because I could be putting out false, content, and we don't stand for that in Raider Nation. We don't stand for that. But front office coaching notes. JoJo Wooden, senior director of player personnel, was relieved earlier this year. I'm pretty sure that was known, right? And the front office is still continuing to adjust under the new VP, Brandon Hunt, as they chart Pete Carroll's vision. Now, this one I don't know. You know what? I'm not even going to put this. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this one real quick. Oh wow, he had trouble. Oh wow. Let me see. Is this true? I'm just gonna say it because I can't. Coaching shakeups continue. As Ricky Manning Jr. was dismissed as the cornerbacks coach, another part of overhaul. I don't believe that. Maybe am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. February 4th, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Manning Jr. was dismissed by the Raiders. I didn't know that. I'm about to hit the fellas on this. I'm on my live show and I didn't know that. Who knew this? Somebody tell me. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for their response too. I'm breaking news to myself. That's hilarious. Hey, I got an excuse. I was at the Junior Olympics, ladies and gentlemen, and mind you, it's a shame. I don't know the kid's name. You can go find it. I'm sure it's real easy to Google. But I saw a record be broken over these past 2 days, and that was a record held by RG3 in the 400. That was broken yesterday. Absolutely broken. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. It was crazy. I saw a lot of stuff. This track and field, man, I see why. I honestly see why coaching has shifted its sights onto track people in terms of football play. Obviously, at your skill positions. But believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, while I've been out there, I've been seeing big boys run the 100, 200. I'm talking big boys, guards, defensive ends. They all been out there on that track, and it's impressive. To say it's impressive is an understatement. It's an understatement, seriously. But that is a shakeup to me, man. I didn't do that on purpose, man. If it gets me more clicks, if it gets me more, likes and all that good stuff and subs, I will absolutely use it to my advantage. But real talk, I did not know that Manning was gone. I thought he was a great cornerbacks coach. I mean, now we got to have that conversation, right? We got a lot of conversations to have, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to need y'all to tune me in, man. I have no idea, man. I have no idea that we lost him. I thought he was a good addition to the coaching staff. But there you have it. So, possible surprise cuts, expectations, and surprising roster potential moves. Jermaine Pratt is solid, but may lose snaps if younger bodies surge. Adams looking slimmed down, but he's playing a hybrid spot, right? He must lock one role quickly to avoid the depth chart shuffle. Veteran backups with just depth roles might find themselves cut before preseason even ends, particularly on the offensive line. If Meredith starts at center with Powers Johnson reshuffle, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. It's been the talk. It's been the talk since they've addressed this. I don't know. I think I'm with Jason. I think it's just the play. I think it's a Pete Carroll play. I have to believe that. I have to believe that, man. Yeah. I have to, man. Players poised to make the 53. Jordan Meredith could lock in starting center role. The competition holds to this pace. Apparently he's killing it. That's what that means. What do y'all think about this stuff, man? Seriously, Man, I should get some good clips on this because, wow. Seriously, wow. I mean, this is why the Raiders just be Raidering, man. What are we doing here? Like, I don't know, man. I'm falling apart in my life. I got 15 minutes left, man. I got 15 minutes left. We got Scotty Gaines in the building. What's up? I'm back. Appreciate you for coming through, my guy. Hope you enjoy the show. All right, let me see. I'm looking at some more of what y'all got to say, man. Only in the theatrics, Jason says. Role player and the completion cosplay. Yes. Yep, I agree. T-World. Too unathletic. A dummy, too slow to play the edge. Low-key, this is his last chance to show something to move him at defensive tackle. Bet 100%. I agree, bro. Tyree Wilson the disappointment is bad. It's all the way bad. Scotty, we missed you, bro. We missed you, man. Real talk. And yeah, hopefully you are getting some goods out of this, man. You've been getting some goods. Jason, I've been saying, watch Michael Mayer be a weapon this year. Chip loves him. I agree. Totally agreeing. Yes, Scotty, your boys stay having fun. You know this is what I love, man. I love sitting behind here, chopping it up, and yeah, talking about these Raiders, man. Talking about these Raiders. So, hit stick. G. Smitty has a lot of weapons to work with this season. Our offense going to be on that mode, that way, that silverback, that gorilla. I agree. Our offense will be better this year than our defense. Yeah. Our offense will be better. Yeah. That's the way I have to look at it. Yep. So, that's where we at with it, man. I mean, Tyree Wilson, if his interior transition works, he may become a foundational young piece. I just got to laugh at myself for that one. I put this stuff together. I really did. I mean, again, I have to have some kind of way for y'all to have some, you know what I'm saying, some kind of content for you to laugh at, right? Ashton Jeanty and Jack Besh are building their momentum. Bottom line, you know, Besh, I mean, is he starting? Who does he have to worry about beating out? You know, that's going to be an interesting situation with him. In any event, man, he's a rookie, regardless of how it works. I don't see nothing major out of that. You know what I'm saying? Final cuts to watch, man. Center decision. I just don't know what to say about this. Mirror the starter could shift guards and open cuts. Yeah, it's wild. That's wild to me. That is absolutely wild to me. Yeah. I don't even know what else to say from that respect. Absolutely wild, though. What was I going to say? The other thing, right? We obviously, you know, got to deal with this whole Wilkins situation. Wilkins is gone. Does Tyree make a splash? Malcolm Kuntz are returning healthy, right? I mean, they gotta ball out, man. They gotta ball out. Yeah, they gotta ball out, man. And last but not least, I'm gonna say it again, bro, because I think y'all need to hear it. AJ Cole is the best player on our squad, man. I'm glad we got him locked in. All that good stuff, man. And it should pan out for us. It should really pan out for us. You know. And now, you know, we got 10 minutes or so. I mean, we can go further, you know. I have no problem going over. I usually go at least an hour and a half anyways. Hour and 15 is supposed to be my cutoff. You know, I leave the 15 minutes for commercials and all that. You know. On the turf. Turf Network. But yeah, it's time to dive into these grades, and I'm just gonna pull them up one by one. You know, as I have. We got 8 to go through. Let me check this out, though. Let me make sure I'm keeping y'all honest, too, right? If you have not, please hit them thumbs up. Go to the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 channel. Like and subscribe if you don't mind. We absolutely would love for you to be a part of this Raider Nation thing. Regularly, you know, make sure you keep your notifications and all that good stuff on, and you will not be disappointed, in my opinion, right? Not everybody's gonna like Turf. Turf doesn't like everybody. That's the way it goes. That's life. It is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna dive into it, and I'm going straight, no chaser, as they say. Bam, linebackers. Can y'all believe this? Can y'all believe this? You know what I'm saying? Turf is giving linebackers a B. That is huge. It was easily a D well beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Well beforehand. But with all the additions, with all the competition, I'm expecting to see something big. Hey, linebacking group, y'all better not prove me wrong, because this stuff is on the internets forever. I'm stuck with this, and I have no problem with it, because I do have faith in these guys. I mean, we got some killers. There's a lot. I mean, there are going to be some guys that get cut, and I have a feeling they will absolutely get picked up by the linebacker position barely before they're even hot off the press. Real talk. I really, truly believe that. 100%. We got JP in the building. Shout out to JP. New subscriber. Appreciate you, my guy. Hope you enjoy the show. In your opinion, what is our weakest position group? I'm going to say D tackle after releasing Wilkins. Bro, JP. At some point, I would have agreed with that. You know what I'm saying? At some point, I would have agreed with that. But, and this is where my guys are probably flipping their wigs. Who knows? Because they don't think I am a JB fan, right? And I'm not going to say I'm a big, huge fan of his, but I don't hate the guy. He was the best corner we had. He just was. I'm not saying that was a good thing, bad thing. I'm just being objective about this. And he was the best corner we had. And now, the dude is fighting for a position. Right now, we know he's not even being thought of in as far as number one right now on either side. It's going to be, what's old boy's name? As far as cornerbacks, it's going to be the Stokes and the kid we just drafted in the 3rd round. So I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the secondary. Trust me. D-line, I'm just as nervous, but we did something about it. See, that's the difference. We actually did something about it. Right? We literally drafted a bunch of D tackles. Are they going to fill the... Yeah, they're rookies, right? It is what it is. But we at least drafted some people. That's why I knew when that smoke started that it was a fire, 100%. There was no question in Turf's mind that we had defensive tackle issues. I knew it. I was like, there's too many defensive tackles being drafted. They know something we don't. We obviously know the truth now, knowing that they already had made this decision June 4th. When that money mattered, right? Once that money mattered, the boys said, nah, we up out of here. We up out of here. So, yeah. That's what that is, man. I don't know what to say about that, JP. Other than, yeah, they come second. Defensive tackles come second. D-line in general across the board is second in terms of our weakest position. I like the way you worded it, weakest position. But turf right now is giving the linebackers a B. Right now, turf is giving the linebackers a B. Shout out to Ben Robinson, 868. Nico Torres. We got John in the building. Ken Rajo, LeClaire, Rosebud, Eldrian. Wow. Kia? K-E-A. Not IKEA or Kia. Yeah, K. Hi. Hello, everyone. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. If you have not yet, please move on over. Right? Move on over to the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 on YouTube. Of course, I'm at all platforms. TikTok, Twitch, X, all of them. I'm at them all. But particularly, would love to see you guys over on YouTube. So yes, appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the show. This is what I have for linebackers, guys. I don't know anything else. I don't know anything else to tell you. I know it's probably very shocking and surprising. Very shocking and surprising, but that's what I have. That's what I have. All right. Let's see what Turf has next. Y'all ready? Set. Bam. We have tight ends in the building. And Turf has tight ends with an A. Tight ends with an A. Who's going to debate me? Who wants to debate? Bro, Scotty Games in the building. Appreciate you, man. Absolutely appreciate you. I'm serious, man. We missed you, man. We missed the support. And we missed the fandom, bro. Like, hey, we are all Raider fans here. That's what it's about, first and foremost. That's what it's about. Raider fans. So, yeah, man. I'm glad you missed them, and I'm glad you're coming back to support not only myself, but any other content creator. That's got real, true, legit love for the squad. 100%. My main dude, Jack Kenner's in the building. Turf in the nation, salute. Bro, Jack Kenner is a long-time OG that's been coming through, supporting us, doing what needs to be done, man, to make this stuff make sense, man. I can't thank you enough, Jack. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. But yeah, I mean, this is easy, man. This is a simple one. As far as tight ends, I don't know any. You can have an A+. You know what I'm saying? Like A+, A, yeah. I have no idea. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's an A. It's a definitive A. I don't think we need to spend any more time here. Any more time at all. This is what it is. We got JP in the building. First 3 games. Patriots, Chargers, Commanders. What's our record after week 3? I'll be at the Chargers game. Raiders. I love it, JP. Hey, I'm a fan of you already, JP. Let's chop it up. But I'll be at the first 2 of the 3 games. I'm going to just put that out there. I'll be the first 2 of the 3 games. I'm absolutely going back home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home. CT, Turf is coming back to the crib. I will be there week 1 at Foxborough. Ready to get this thing popping. It's going to be wild. Pandemonium. Where's my boy? I gotta talk to my cousin, man. Before I say it, I don't want to flood his bar. We gonna have a good time this trip. I'm gonna just put it that way and leave it that way. I agree, Jack. Flowers, A+ to infinity, man. If they had an infinity sign, put that infinity. But yes, JP. Not only will I be going to week 1, but hey, JP, when I tell you the home opener this year is gonna be epic. The whole Raider syndicate should be there. I'm just telling you. As the old saying used to go, be there or be square. Be there or be square. I promise you. Yeah. It's going to be a good one. I mean, all my brothers going to be there. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. It's definitely going to be wild. Hey, these tight end grades, I don't think anyone's going to debate that, right? It's fine, man. Let's move on to the third group, right? We on group 3. The quarterbacks. Can you believe it? I gave him a B, man. I gave him a B, bro. We have a top third quarterback. There are 30 teams. Listen to Turf, there are 30 teams. Top third, middle third, bottom third. I believe we have a top 10 quarterback. I think he can fit within the top 10. Just Geno alone. Everybody knows, and this is going to be either a boo or what I think everybody should be excited about. Aiden O'Connell, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an AOC fan. I'm an AOC fan, bro. I'm an AOC fan. Big time. Big time AOC fan. Do I think he should be playing? No. Do I think he's good enough to play? No. Is he still slow and stuck in mud? Yes. Right? Like there's a lot of things that's still for his game that he needs to change? Yes. But I'm an AOC fan. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid to think that he's going to overtake this job from Geno. That is just ridiculous. It's never even was a question who our starting quarterback is. So it did bother me a lot. And I'm a fan. I can't, how do I speak out? Because, right, I love AOC, but I'm a realist. And plus, I love our team. Like, Geno is a better quarterback, ladies and gentlemen. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, seriously, what is wrong with you? I'm sorry. If you honestly think that AOC right now is a better quarterback than Geno right now, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Like I say, I tell people all the time, bro, I got some homeboys from Omaha. They got this beach property. They got this beach property right on the Atlantic in Omaha. It's perfect for you. If you believe that AOC is better than Geno Smith. And Jack, yes, thank you. Definitely one of the better backups already. And I honestly believe he will get his shot before it's all said and done. And I think he is going to take it and run with it and do well. Call me crazy, you know, all that good stuff, man. I don't know what else to say, man. But I really believe in AOC. I don't know. I just think the kid is he's like the Terminator, man. He won't go away. The dude went to Purdue. Like, how are you the sixth? I don't even know how to say that, right? The sixth quarterback in the depth chart. Six TH. How do you even stay motivated? How do you even show up every day for practice and you're literally the last dude? And we're not talking like for just the first half of this. No, we're talking for like seasons. The kid's something. He's special. I think he's special. I think he's got something. You know, will he have it at the Raiders? Probably not. I'm just gonna keep it a beam. Probably not. I'm telling you, I love the kid. I just don't see it happening for us. With us, I just don't see it. You know, we don't have the line. Like if Tom Brady builds that line and all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Bottom line, I just don't see it, though. I just don't see it. But our quarterbacks, I got us at a B, man. I don't know what y'all think about that. You know what I'm saying? You got Geno as the starter. I believe in AOC winning us games. He's already done it. I think he's becoming one of, like Jack said, literally, if not already, the best backup, one of them. He's one of the top backups in the league right now, period. And that's what you need. So, shout out to AOC. Shout out to him getting work done. You know what I'm saying? And you know, hey, Jack thinks Geno is a top 11 to 15. I don't disagree with you. I'm going to keep him in that top tier, top third. You know what I mean? Out of the 32 teams in the league, I'm going to keep him in the top third. 11 is the top third. It's 32 teams. So it is what it is. I'm not going to fight nobody on that. You know what I'm saying? I love what you think either way, man. I think everybody has a right to their opinion, man. And they just own up to it and be held accountable when it don't go your way. I'm wrong a lot, so I have no problem sticking my neck out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Scotty, you have no idea, bro. You inspired by me, man. You just pumping me with more. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Hey, I see John sneak up in here. John Leone in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, and I hope you enjoy this show, my God. That's a long... Man, John been holding us down for longer than I can remember. So, from day one, really. So, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Jack, Turf, no worries on Pete Carroll changing up first string, second string, third string. Love that Pete Carroll gets everyone to compete. Dog, I see, Jack. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you 1,000,000% on that. He's a coach. He's a player's. See, that's why he's a player's coach, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm going to put y'all on some game as to a player, right? Player's coach. Why that's so important? Because it allows your players to be motivated enough to understand that it's the best man that wins. Pete Carroll, and everybody knows that with Pete, and that's why they compete hard. That's why they have the hardest camps and so forth. That's why Pete Carroll produces and he gets results. It's because of that player coach mentality, because all players know he's going to let me rock if I'm that dude. I just need to be that dude. It's Pete Carroll, man. So there you have it. There you have it. Let's roll on to that one, the fourth one, right? We got quarterbacks right now. We got quarterbacks. Let's see what the next one is, because this is 3. Let's go to 4. Running backs. Uh-oh. Turf has the running backs at a B. We were the worst running group in the league last year. Literally the worst group in the league. How do you go from an F to a B, Turf? You overhaul the entire room. You keep the pieces that made sense. You try to make something happen, man. That's how. I am a firm believer that this one is going to make some noise. Under Chip Kelly? Raheem Mostert is already one of his favorite players to scheme for, if you will. As far as Chip Kelly is concerned. you clearly see they drafted Genty at the 6th position in the first round. And then we got my guy I love the most, Sincere McCormick. Shout out to Sincere. That's my dude. I've been riding with him from day one. I'm going to ride with him till his career is over. I don't care where he goes. It's one of my favorite players, man. The kid, I mean, you got to understand, man. Go look at his film from UTSA. University of Texas, San Antonio. He's already made enough noise for himself. If y'all think that he's going to be cut over Lowby, I see my man just joined. Hey, Chris, tell him about that beachfront, with the Atlantic Ocean in Omaha. You know what I'm saying? If you think that my man is going to be cut before Lowby, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's not going to happen, man. That's not going to happen. And yes, thank you, Jack Kennedy. Congratulations to Mostert on his baby, man. The only reason he's not at camp, and I don't blame him. I got 3, and I'm going to be there, man. Although, I did miss the youngest. I know my wife is listening, so I can't not say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's great reasons. Obviously, he was born early. A lot of weeks early. And your boy Turf was training for a tournament. And this was back when, 2012. Where was I at in my journey? I think I'm pretty sure I was a purple belt. I'm letting y'all know right now, Turf was so focused. Woo-wee. Bro, as a purple belt, I was a wrecking ball. I don't think, I can't wait to get back there. Shout out to Team Rabati, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Muay Thai. I was a wrecking ball. Purple belt, I was probably training literally on average 5 days a week. Literally on average 5 days a week. Wife was working nights. Kids was babies and sleep at night. Your boy Turf was training 7 to 9, 30, 10 o'clock. 5 days a week. Yeah. Those are good old days, man. Those are the good old days, man. But yeah, 5 days a week. That's what that was. But yeah, any hoot. I have our running backs at a B. I think with what we've done, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Who is Scotty Games? No, Scotty Games, you doing too much, man. You want to wear 32, man. That's a sacred number, man. You know what I'm saying? Jack Kenna. I got a picture of that, too. I should pull it up. You know what? I might be able to pull it up. Because I remember it. I probably don't. I don't know. I don't know if I can find that one. Let me see. I'll see if I can look it. It's actually a pretty cool picture, believe it or not. Yeah, man, it was wild, man. Because again, like I say, he wasn't supposed to be born. He was way early, and I had to meet. I drove to Houston to get ready. And you know what I'm saying? It was what it was, man. Hold on, here we go. And the good thing about it is I know the exact date, so I can at least pull things up. Yeah, I do have it, man. Y'all lucky. Yeah. I get to show it, man. I get to show it. Let me see here. Let me go back to my monologue, and then I'm going to show this beautiful picture. Hold on. Let me get to my joint. Here we go. Share. Photos. Bam! Look at that boy Trader. You see those? 2012. So the reason I have 2 gold medals, I might add you, because I busted my ass. That's another reason why I was like, you're going to be all right, baby girl. You're going to be good, because we so far away. I train like mad for this. This was my very first tournament at Purple Belt, ladies and gentlemen. It was my very first tournament at Purple Belt. And yeah, man. This is my guy, man. This is the little runner. He don't look anything like this now. I'm showing Turf back when he was out there getting it. But yeah, this is my little man, bro. Yeah, he don't look nothing like this now. So, but yeah, shout out to Tracy. He did his thing. Did his thing this weekend. He was mad. He was so pissed off, bro. He was so pissed off. He was upset. And first thing he said, when does it start? When does indoor track start? Like he's just ready to rock. He's ready to go. Anywho, yeah. So there you have it, man. We got to keep moving. Because we only got through 4, man. We only got through 4. Yeah, we got through 4 running backs. Let's get back to the grades at hand. 4. We are at number 5 right now. Defensive backs. Yeah. Yep. There it is, man. There it is. Defensive backs, bro. Yeah, this is going to 9:30. Might not. It might be even. Yeah. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, boss. Yes, number 32. You see it? That's my guy. It's the reason I wore it. I've gotten to meet him. All those good things. Yeah, dude. And I was lucky because I didn't have that. A lot of people meet their heroes, as they say, and it don't go well. It went outrageously well for me. I couldn't have gone any better. To be honest, yeah, it couldn't have gone any better for me. So I was very happy. I'm in a showing mood today. Let me see if I can. When was that? That was 24. No, that was. When was that? When I got to this was 23. Was it 2023? I have to remember. Marcus Allen. When I met Marcus Allen at the Legends spot. This was when I competed in Worlds. That's right. This is when I competed in Worlds. Yes. This is when I competed in Worlds. So that would have been November of 2021. Yeah, November of 2021 is when I competed. Worlds, here you have it. Oh, yeah. All right. We're going to go back one more time because it just so happens to be Turf Show and Tell. You know what I'm saying? Turf Show and Tell. I was like a kid in the candy store with this one, though. You can only imagine, right? You can only imagine, man. But here you have it, man. The great Marcus Allen, bro. Look at this. I was like a kid. And you want to know the coolest part about this one, guys? And so you see it. You see it here. I'll stop and pause real quick because you see my medal. He wanted me to show it to him, etc. Because he was asking me questions. He wanted to know about me, man. That was just why. You got to remember, this is my childhood hero. Don't get it twisted. I wasn't starstruck to the point like, oh my, I have family heroes, including my dad. You know what I mean? The first hero I ever had. So it's not that serious in terms of Marcus Allen. And I like to tell people, I don't care about their lives outside of what they did, right? I love you for what you did on the field. Now, if you're a jerk, an idiot, all that other stuff off the field, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to talk about it. But Marcus Allen, and I've heard Marcus Allen was a jerk from people. And I mean, not everybody, you're going to have bad days, man. But this man, this day, he pushed people aside and he talked to me. He talked to me for, I don't know, it felt like an hour to me. It was probably only 5 minutes, but and all he would do is ask me questions about jiu-jitsu. He had his bodyguard / homeboy with him, and they was just back and forth. And as they was asking me questions, he's like, "Oh, you hear this?" It was wild. I couldn't have been more happy, guys. This was definitely one of those days, man. I'll never forget this day for as long as I live, man. Again, like I say, the man literally talked to me. You know, that's what you're seeing up top right there when I turn this off. But this man talked to me, yeah, you know, and just, it was delightful time. I don't know what else to say, but that is why I continue to push Marcus Allen 100%. 100%. It's my guy. So we're at defensive backs. This is getting rough. I mean, that was 5. We're going to 6 now. We got 3 more, including number 6. We got 3 more. All right. Defensive line. Now look. If we would have had Wilkins and or just somebody else that we can rely on without praying that they're going to come through, yeah, that would be it, man. That would be it. That would be it. You know, but that ain't it. They got a C-, baby. Even with Max Crosby in front. Tell me I'm wrong. I think it's going to be the biggest problem we have, man. I really do. I believe it's going to be the biggest problem we have. I believe it's why our offense is going to be better than our defense. And I think it's going to be even worse, you know, in terms of our secondary. We got problems, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to sit here and be oblivious to it. I'm not going to just have my head up in the clouds or bury my head in the sand and just, oh, we got Bowers. We got Janty. No, we got problems. We got problems, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to win a lot of football games with a C- defensive line. And we're hoping they come in with a C-. That's the other reality, man. That's the reality of this thing. You tell me. You tell me. Am I wrong with this? I'd love to hear somebody tell me I'm crazy with a C- for our defensive line. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it, man. Jack. That was meeting 21 Cliff Branch during the Green Bay game when he threw 5 TDs. Cliff bought me a drink. I was so starstruck. I sound like Charlie Brown. Wah, wah, wah. That's awful, man. Hey, Cliff Branch. He was that dude, man. That's why I bought his jersey, too. Cliff Branch. If that, man. Legend, bro. Legend. Yeah. Yep. And Jack, you are right, man. Compete says the DBs just might be better than what was in Seattle. I believe in Pete Carroll, FYI, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in Pete all day. So, yeah, I believe in Pete. And Pete I trust. So, I get it. I know he's old. Everybody's got jokes, etc. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I believe in Pete. So, I'm with you on that comment, man. But yes, our defensive line, it's a C-, man. I don't see it any better. I don't see it any better at all. I mean, not even a little bit. So call it what you want to call it. That's at 6, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 left, and we're going to make this thing work in terms of time. Yes. The offensive line. Turf gives it a what? C+? Where does this come from? I'll tell you where it comes from. It comes from the fact we only have one of the 5 pieces missing, if you will. We obviously have Colton Miller, who I'm not a fan of, on the left tackle, but a lot of people say he's a top 10 left tackle. So regardless of if I'm a fan of him or not, being considered a top 10, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I like what you're saying, Jack. Good. Confront me with that. Defensive line, you give it B. I don't mind it. And I understand where you're probably coming from in terms of the pickups, right? And all those things that we've done. And right, you're thinking in terms of Kuntz, Crosby, right? Snowden, you know, the kid Ja Joyner, right? Like you're probably thinking about all those things and giving it a B. I'm giving it a D or a C-, my bad, because of Tyree Wilson having to be a defensive tackle. He wasn't good, period, across the board in any position. Just showing promise, right? Flashes, things along those lines. I'm just not a fan, man. Just not a fan. So, but I like it. Jack gives the D-line a B. I gave it a C-. So, offensive line. Again, I told you why. We got one position. That's why I give it a C+, because I think we're real solid at tackle. Both sides. DJ Glaze on the right, even though he's getting that behind torched right now by he's solely getting torched by Max. But hey, that's how he'll be better, right? He's the games are going to be fun for him as opposed to practice dealing with Max Crosby. So, and Kuntz for that matter. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you got that. You got your tackles anchored. They should be solid and in place for at least your right one. I think Colton Miller will probably have an injury and be gone before you know it. Who knows? It's just my thoughts. And we'll have to see, right? We'll have to look and see how that turns out. But that's my guess. I like it. Scotty Games. He gives the offense a B. I'm not mad at that. And in fact, that actually was what I was going to initially give it. But I said to myself, you're still missing a piece. So how can I give you a B? You're still missing, right? You don't. Who's going to be the guard? If you know who your people are, at least, that's a start of getting to a B. But even still, you have to have more than just that. So I give our line a solid C+. I love what I see on the left and right anchors. I love what I thought was our center in JPJ. You know what I'm saying? Meredith is doing his thing. Thought he'd be on one side. You know what I mean? Thought he'd be on one side. And then you got a battle between Parham and, whoever else. Whitehair, all the other guys at that guard position. So that's where I'm at with it, man. And I think we are down to the last one, right? We're down to the last one because I think that was 7. Yep. We're down to the last one, ladies and gentlemen. I forget which group this is. I don't even know which ones we already went through. But this should be exciting. Ready, set, go. There it is. Wide receivers. I give our WR group a solid C. And yes, I'm booing it, buzzing it. We don't have a number 1 wide receiver. I shouldn't even be giving it a C. Shouldn't even be giving it a C. We don't have a number 1 wide receiver. I like the additions. And I'm going to be honest with you. Yep. The reason touchdown Tommy helped out. Let's go, Bobcats. Hey, Bobcat. Montana State University in the building. He helped because I probably would have gave it a D plus or maybe a C minus even. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. I'm not happy with this group. I'm not happy with this group. You guys can't be happy with this group. Jack, you can't be happy with this group, Jack. Come on, Jack. You love the wide receivers? Who's your number one? You think Jacoby Myers is the number one wide receiver? Is that who you're putting? Or are you going with this notion that, okay, I got you. I get it. And I'm okay with that thought process. I am honestly, truly okay with that because that is what we have. And I do think that is where we're going. I think you're right. I think they've left out this whole number one wide receiver because of exactly what you just posted. Bowers is number one. Myers is number two. You know, and I get it. Even calling them a top end number two. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a tough situation, man. It is going to be a tough situation for our wide receivers if things don't pan out the way we expect. And I don't think they're gonna pan out the way we expect, but it is what it is, man. But that is your boy Terps. Final squad grade for all our squads. I've given out individual grades. I've given out squad grades. I'm going to save the team grade, right, for maybe the last week of the preseason. Or I mean the last week previous to preseason, right, which is probably next Tuesday. We'll see. Maybe we have a game after it. I'm not sure. So we'll have to see. Tracy Tucker is in the building. I've seen Tracy before. Shout out to Tracy Tucker. Yes, Jacoby is just not a diva. I agree. He is not. He's just a straight up workhorse. Jacoby is... it's so wild because people think that I don't like him. At least that's what I feel. I feel like people think I don't like him. But I actually do. I think he's essential for our team. I think he does exactly what we need him to do. It's tough because he's not a number one wide receiver. He's just not. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I really don't know what to say from that respect. I gave the grade. I think it's spot on. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about all the grades except for the tight ends and the quarterbacks. I mean, the A and the B, you can't really improve too much on, right? It is what it is, guys. I am officially now 5 minutes over, but I enjoyed this one. We got a lot accomplished in this live today in terms of, what's currently going on in camp and how we expect people to pan out, man. We still got roster cuts. Those will start happening quickly, right? You're going to start seeing people roll off and fall off, right? They'll have the mandatory counts as the weeks go by. But yeah, this is another one, man. Scotty Gaines again, man. Glad you're back. Appreciate you for coming through, man. Definitely a huge supporter, as well as everybody else that supported the channel. Again, if you haven't, don't forget, hit those likes and subscribes. The Ultimate Raider Fan 32, TikTok, X, YouTube, Twitch, What else do we have? What's the other platforms? I know I'm forgetting Instagram. I know I'm forgetting some more, right? There's plenty of platforms. But no, this was a great show. This was an awesome show. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. And yeah, we will be back next week as always. Tomorrow, don't forget, it is your boy, Coach Angelo and Professor T tomorrow night. The Knockout Canvas, 10 p.m. sharp, right? Central Standard Time. And then, of course, you know, Thursdays is starting to be literally my favorite show. And the reason being is because it's all sports. My guy Spence and Turf, Dead in the Water, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know what we're going to watch tomorrow, but I'll be sure to do my best to get things up early. So at least that way you'll see on the thumbnail, you know, what it is we're looking at. And, you know, and obviously, you know, we talk everything anyways, regardless. But we got that Thursday. Man, my nephew and I are definitely going to get this thing back right. And when I say that, I'm talking about Turf and Rundown. Y'all know it. Turf Miss is working with the hardest man in showbiz. You know, but sometimes that's the way it goes, man. He got a newborn, too. So, y'all don't forget to hit that cash out for Rundown. Yeah, we need them diapers, man. That formula. Yep. And last but not least, man, we are absolutely going to have a Raiders Syndicate show. That is all of us. Cheeto, PTFs, Severe, Rundown, and myself. That show is going to be a fun one. But yeah, until then, until the next time, tomorrow night, hopefully, on the Knockout Canvas, I will see you then, ladies and gentlemen. Turf is out. Peace.
Raiders! Let's go, baby! We all the way on the fourth row, baby! You look good in that silver and black. Talk about the game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game, so.